What's up, curious youngsters? Even after years of watching countless documentaries, television shows, and millions of online images and videos, some things still surprise us. Maybe it's because there are over 7 billion people and instant internet access lets us encounter anything, anytime. Even if you think you've seen everything, there's always something new. Mr. Curiosity is here for that. Here are 20 things you'll experience for the first time. If you think you have an exotic pet or just one that's different from what people are used to having, then meet Joey Jean. From Pennsylvania, curiously, this man doesn't have a dog or cat, but instead has an emotional support alligator. Yes, you heard that right. His name is Wally, and Joey says he loves hugs and kisses. They often walk together, and Wally is apparently harmless. Japan is undoubtedly one of the most surprising countries due to its unique and unfamiliar traits. In fact, maybe you've even heard of or seen the famous Harajuku girl before? But in case you haven't, basically they're teenagers or young women who dress in a very peculiar way, as you can see. So if you were wondering what they look like or what the day-to-day life of these girls is like, this video shows their typical outfits as they walk around Harajuku, Japan. Why so unusual? Why? Really? Even if you think you've seen it all? When it comes to fashion, after seeing these sneakers, you'll think, who could wear that? In this case, we're discussing Vans that have recently gained attention for their shape. Visually, they're quite strange, as the sole looks very uncomfortable and unlike what we're used to. Don't worry, it was created by two companies collaborating, MCHF and Tiga, who enjoy making such objects. As a joke, without a doubt, one of the fluffiest and most adorable dog breeds is the Samoyed. These are dogs that, as you can imagine, have an unbelievable amount of fur. How much it can be in just a single week is incredible. That's because Milky's owner chose not to cut his pet's hair for a week. But once he does it, he can't stop because with all that fur he was able to remove, it's enough to make a blanket if he really wanted to. Even if you don't like these animals, you likely would have acted the same in this man's situation. He says he was driving when he suddenly saw an armadillo on the side of the road that seemed a bit down. He immediately poured water over its head and gave it some from his hand. And the adorable thing about the situation is seeing how little by little the small animal starts to gain confidence until it can drink a lot of the water he was offering. Honestly, while many jobs seem boring, this one is surprisingly entertaining to watch. This Korean candy factory hand makes everything and has a unique feature, and that's because these workers have great skill in creating shapes and faces in each of these candies. You not only see the large amount of ingredients, especially sugar, used to make this, but also appreciate the exhausting process behind creating these candies. That's for sure, it's interesting, my friend. As you probably already know, some jobs definitely require a lot of patience, and well, maybe this is no exception. It's about a barber with a shop in Texas, and his job basically consists of being able to place fake hair extensions on men who, for some reason, suffer from hair loss, or they simply want to instantly have a completely different style from their own. To do this, the barber has to apply many layers of wig glue and a base in order to place the hair. However, after this, he still has to add extension by extension and blend it all together, but once he's done, it looks really good. If you spend too much time on the internet, you've probably had the chance to see, at least at a glance, the channel of Charles Zuber, a YouTuber who often uploads videos about his primitive life. In those videos, he performs daily tasks using tools from centuries ago. For example, this time, he shows what shaving was like in another era. And to do it, he uses plants, water, and a very sharp rock. And although he doesn't manage to shave much, the truth is that it might give us an idea of how it was done in the past. Although there have been different opinions about whether music really makes cows increase their milk production or things like that, it's undeniable that they become completely interested when they hear any kind of music. To prove it, this man played the accordion to see how a cow a few meters away would react. And surprisingly, when he started playing, she slowly approached, completely captivated by what he was playing. We all know that technology is advancing more and more every day. And in fact, for some time now, it's become popular to bring old black and white videos and photographs back to life by turning them into color, as if they were from today. Well, in this case, you can see what Paris looked like in 1920 in color at 60 frames per second and in high quality. This way, we can see both the people, their clothing, and some of the city's landscapes from that time. If you're a fan of videos where someone restores objects from a few years ago that might even seem beyond saving, this channel is for you. This is MW Restoration, showing how to fully restore early 20th century scissors, which at first looked completely unusable. After a long process to remove rust and sharpen them, the scissors and other items look completely new. Good job, my friend. For some reason, this man often melts ingots separately, seemingly for fun or boredom. It may not sound interesting, but once you start watching, it draws you in. And for this particular video, he melted around 250 aluminum cans in total. And maybe you're wondering, what is he going to do with them? Or at least, what's the point? Well, the truth is that this is a very tough and somewhat boring process. But even so, he decides to create aluminum bars like these, which you will see now. Something we practically never pay attention to is how fast our hair can grow. Although it varies by person, it can grow several centimeters in just a few weeks. In this video, you can watch a time lapse of a woman's hair growth over 2 years. And whether it seems like a lot or little to you, the truth is that it's addictive to watch. Some people definitely take their passion for art and makeup to an extreme. Still, it's interesting to see how they're made with such care and professionalism. In this case, an interview was conducted with Samoyed, who enjoys looking unusual. Here, you can see what it takes to create makeup as extravagant as his. It even takes him hours to finish. If you're bored with your house keys, which are very likely all the same, if you have the materials and time, you can create a different and stylish one. Well, even if your answer was no, the truth is that this man decided to give his key a different look and started modifying them from scratch with a lot of patience. Watching the step-by-step process is very relaxing, and the detailed result is incredible. If it's hot where you live right now and you're exposed to the sun a lot, then sunscreen would be a product you use quite often. Although you can't see it after applying, you'll be amazed when it's revealed. Ultraviolet camera makes things look odd and uncomfortable, but it's simply because sunscreen absorbs ultraviolet rays. So when you look at yourself through one of these cameras, you'll notice that your skin looks black where you've applied the product. Watch out for the sun television. Even if you think chemistry really isn't your thing, the truth is there are many pretty interesting topics that you'll definitely love, or at least find interesting. Well, in this case, we can see the reaction that mercury can have when combined with other elements. First, place a small amount of concentrated nitric acid in a container, then add some mercury. And literally as soon as you pour it in, you can see how it changes color to a sort of yellow. As time passes, this reaction becomes odd and somewhat dangerous, as the mercury turns into mercury nitrate, which dissolves in the acid. If you like videos or even movies made using the stop-motion technique, you'll be fascinated by this video. That's because Homozak is a well-known channel for making highly addictive videos in this style. In this case, it's a completely relaxing animation where, for some reason, he creates a small wooden bench under a milk crate. If you want to watch a truly relaxing video, or if you simply enjoy seeing how amazing soaps can be created with adorable details, you should definitely watch this. Nocturne is a channel dedicated to creating somewhat artistic soaps. Due to Spring's arrival in Korea, he chose to make soap bars containing small petals. It looks more like a dessert than soap, but it's addictive to watch, and the result is even better. You likely know few people who dislike chocolate, but don't think that way. Making a bar of this sweet treat is something fun and enjoyable to do because it's actually a bit unusual. Here, you see how a bar is made entirely from scratch, starting with a cacao pod. Something that, at first glance, looks pretty unpleasant to see. To make a bar, you go through fermentation, then drying, cooking, and finally grinding. It's only then that once you melt it, you can create a delicious chocolate bar like this one.